All right. Give me a moment there. Okay, let me get this recorded right quick here. This is something I've thought about off and on, and I may come back to this issue, but I feel like when you actually look at the words of the Soviet songs, some of the bigger ones like Let's Go or, the Moscow March or Boom, 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 do 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 do. I can't think of the name of that song, but anyway, or the Defenders of Moscow, or any of those types of songs. You think, were they better for the subconscious? Conscious. And the reason I say that is because if you think about songs like Panzerlied, there's a fair bit of positivity, but I think at the end, when you hear in German, "Dann wird unser Panzer an Ienes Grab," our tank shall make a fine iron grave. And it's like, why do you want how does that motivate your people? If you're motivating your panzer crews to defeat the enemy, why would you want to say our tank will make a fine iron grave? How does that help? Where it's like, we're going to defeat the fascists and, or, for the Soviet tank crewmen, do, 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 Stalin, do, 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 Stalin, do, 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 do. I mean, I'm thinking about this in a different way, but it's like, I'll be honest with you, I'll try to be quiet, but I can enjoy both. I can enjoy both groups of songs, just for the fact that, it serves the time, but also they're just, that's how you learn languages. You hear these songs, but don't worry, I'm not going to go into detail. I've already done Katyusha. I'm not going to do it again. Don't worry. I've already sung it twice. I'll give it a third time later on, but it's interesting to think about, isn't it? If I knew more about, psychoanalyzation and all that type of thing, and psychology and, the mind, you think subconsciously it's just like, you create the image of sacrifice and everything else, it's like, while the Germans had songs like, or, Nazis, had the songs like, Russland Lied, where it's like Freiheit das Ziel, sing das Panier. But of course, then it goes, Führer Befehl, wir folgen dir, leader, we will follow you. And of course, they're talking about Hitler, Hortler. But I think it's an interesting thought experiment in the idea that, the Soviet songs were much more positive and created that sort of subconscious to say, we're going to win. Whereas the German songs were kind of like, we're all going to die, but, who cares, basically, And it kind of, maybe it kind of feeds into that. I don't know. Maybe I'm, maybe I'm going off a limb, but I mean, you could even say that with a Hitler Youth Lead as well, where it's like, the flag is more important than death. I think, Ja, der Fahne ist mehr als der Tod. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, the flag is more important than death. And that sort of thing, maybe that created that image. Maybe that's kind of the idea of it. Maybe it was, like I say, this goes into kind of the theory that, ultimately the capitalists wanted, this to happen. And it was just all just a 4D chess game to subvert power. I don't know. It's an interesting thought experiment nonetheless. So I hope you'll enjoyed that. I kind of rambled and just sang lyrics, but I think it kind of serves a purpose, doesn't it? Even like with Katyusha, though, I do want to bring this up as the last point, is, you think about, the positive nature of it and saying, give your life for your country versus Ilika, which is much more, just talking about, bees and talking about, other stuff like that, where Katyusha, little Kate, is this braver woman who's ready to defend the country. Who storms down you do. I don't know. Anyway, I think I've said my piece. I hope that y'all enjoy that and kind of I'm going to do my best. I'll put it this way. I'll do my best to actually think out these videos before I just rant and rave like I did that one about information. Because I was trying to just talk about, Limbaugh and his influence. And anyway, it didn't really work out that well. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. See you later. Goodbye.